So welcome everybody. Thank you very much for coming to our presentation today. I am so looking forward to sharing this information with you because I'm super excited about the idea of not only sharing about the products that I love, but just this opportunity has just become so big and so exciting and so different in the industry. A little bit about me. I am a retired talent agent. I was a talent agent for about 35 years. I closed my company about 3 years ago to sort of retire and play tennis and enjoy my life. But I've always, liked to be in the process of helping people. And my whole career as a talent agent was all about really helping people, just helping them achieve their goals and their dreams. So it was kind of a natural thing that when I got introduced to network marketing about 8 years ago, I thought, oh, well, this would be a great way for me to share, my knowledge maybe, and to give opportunity to people that maybe had never owned their own business before, or maybe they did own their own business, but they wanted to maybe own another business or have a side gig. And through that experience of network marketing, which I had never done before, I met a lot of really tremendously, interesting people along the way all over the world. I got to travel all over the world. And it was a really good experience. I have to say, it was a really good experience. And so I left the other company that I had been with, the one and only company that I've been with, because they had a product that was very exclusive. And that's something that we're going to talk about today that I found to be really interesting about this industry, is to have an exclusive product that nobody else could have. As a talent agent, when I represented actors, one of the main things about when I negotiated deals was exclusivity. And the more exclusivity that the studio or the network wanted, the more money they'd have to pay for it, because exclusivity is it's rare air, it's important. So to have a product in this day and age that is actually exclusive and that you're the only one that can either share it or sell it or whatever, it's pretty incredible. And so the other company that I was with lost their exclusivity to the product that I was interested in. And, I never thought that anything like this would come along again for me and my husband, but it did about 2 years ago. And so that's kind of where our journey started. And so I'm just going to share today a little bit about, being at the right place at the right time, and why for myself and my husband and the people that I know, that this is an incredible company with exclusive products. But I have to say, probably one of the most comprehensive, forward-thinking, fair, and unbelievable compensation plan that I've ever seen. So success does leave clues. And so when you find a system, or you find something that is having success, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You just want to take those clues and put them towards you doing the same thing. And what's really great about being here at Argo is that what's happened is we have these elements in place to help everybody be successful for whatever they want to do. And it's really up to you what you want to do. So the idea is, we have the real product, which I told you about. We have the leadership and the culture. We have every person, Adam Basgard, Jim Duville, and Kevin Basgard. These three individuals have all been in network marketing on a distributor level. So they actually know, kind of what it is to be in that place. And they, like myself, have run into, over the years, different companies, different cultures, and really wanted to design something that was really friendly to everybody. And that, this idea of being successful, making money, having a great product was a great opportunity for not just a few, but for everybody. And so they put this company together based on having this exclusive product. And of course, in every company, doesn't matter if it's network marketing, but in every company, you have to put together a system that's going to work and that's going to duplicate, so that no matter what happens, no matter who comes in, you can easily share that information, and they can easily duplicate that process for themselves and the next person. And of course, compensation is always going to be important. And I think what Argo Life has to offer people is a simple way to quickly make $500 or whatever. Sky's the limit. Okay. So, so we're going to get started right now on really kind of starting with, you know, why this product is so valuable. And I think that, you know, of course you have to, we talked about uniqueness. Nobody has this. It hasn't been popularized. So we're in a unique situation here in the world because really nobody knows about this product. So some people would say, well, nobody knows about it. That's really hard. But I will say this, because of how unique our product is, when you're talking to people on wherever you are, I play a lot of tennis. I talk to women all day long that say, oh, you know, I don't sleep at night. I'm always tired. I have indigestion. You know, this product Adapt seems to address multiple issues in people. So that's an easy conversation. And now with our skincare, it's sort of a new category in skincare. And I was talking to somebody today about it and just saying it's the most refreshing feeling to be able to be anywhere I am and dig into my purse and spray my face with it, with the Aura, and just feel like just not only refreshed, but I can just feel my skin is just thanking me, you know. And then, you know, the exclusivity I told you about, having an affordable product, right? So something that you can basically use every day and feel good about it, and it's not going to break the bank. If you go into Whole Foods, I know that there's a supplement that, you know, it's an all-around, you know, vitamin basically. And to buy a bottle of that vitamin, you know, every month, because you have to take 2 or 3 a day or something, it's close to $67 a month for me to do that. And so when you think about what you're putting in your body and how it makes you feel and the health of your body, you know, you really want to make sure that, you know, you take care of yourself, especially now when we have been just hit so hard with this pandemic and everything, to know that you're taking products that are helping your immune system, that are helping balance your serotonin, that are keeping you, you know, really, really vigilant about your body. This is the kind of stuff, you guys, that people are talking about every single day. And, you know, so why wouldn't you want to order that every day? Why wouldn't you want to have that, you know, coming at you every month, and making sure that not only you're healthy, but your family is healthy, your children are healthy, your grandchildren are healthy, and your friends. So this is something that's easy to talk about, right? And because this is so competitive, well, it's really not competitive because nobody else has it. So it's actually a category in itself, and it works. So those are the things that you can be really proud of when you're representing a product like that. It's kind of like, I think about it now as if I were a talent agent, you know, wouldn't I want to have Brad Pitt? I mean, I would. Who wouldn't? I would want to have the biggest star in the world on my client list. And if I had the biggest star on my client list, I mean, it would be incredible, right? Offers would just be coming in. So, but people didn't always know who Brad Pitt was. Somebody had to start his career. And when they started his career, he was a really good looking, you know, wonderful guy. But, you know, people had to start talking about him. They had to start seeing his work. They had to see that he was really talented. So, you know, think of a product like that that's really something that nobody knows about, but you get to talk about it, and people will start feeling the results. So the science behind it is really fun. I'm going to show you very quickly this quick little video about where the story starts so that you can get a good idea of what this is all about, okay? And right over here it says the mice. So I'll just leave it at that, and I'm going to get you started on this video. So here we go.
The story of Adapt starts about 40 years ago. It begins with a professor who was a biologist, and he became curious as to why field mice, or voles, would only breed in the early springtime of the year. He started experimenting with ways to make them breed, see if he could force the issue. And after a lot of research dealing with diurnal cycles and circadian rhythms and different things about the habitat, it became obvious to him that it was their diet. And as he checked their diet, he found that the reason they would breed is because of certain chemicals that were present in early growth of grasses. And this was their main diet at that time of year. So he began studying that and determined that the estrus cycle, or the breeding cycle in the mice, was triggered by eating the early growth of grasses. like, unfortunately, like a lot of research, it just went on a shelf for the next 20 years. And that's about when I entered the picture. I became acquainted with this research and thought it might have some benefit for human consumption, in that it would trigger certain cycles in the body and help health increase. And I did that even regardless of the breeding thing. I thought there were more health benefits involved than just breeding for humans. But I started out working with this compound. I gained control of the research and started trying to develop a product that would be for human consumption. We initially just took new growth of grass and ground it up and put it into double-aught capsules. And we could attain the results we wanted, or at least what we expected, by administering 16 double-aught capsules 3 times a day. But as you might guess, that becomes a compliance problem because no one wants to take that many double-aught capsules a day. So we started working with different methods of growing the grasses, harvesting the grasses, and extracting the grasses, compounds in the grasses. And in doing so, we arrived at the ability to compounds and what they do in the body. We further developed those, increasing the concentration of the compounds, the purity of the compounds, and the availability of them, or the volume of them. And in doing so, we were able to come up with a product that we could administer through an oil base or other means. But again, we ran into problems with compliance. So we started studying other ways to and make it in a more pleasant, consumable form. We discovered that we could micronize the compounds and place them in water. And by doing so, we developed this spray technology that you're now familiar with Adapt X1. And then you just a few sprays in the mouth, and you get all the benefits that these plants were meant to give.
So that's sort of the quick story on Adapt, and really we have a timeline that really kind of sort of highlights everything that you just kind of heard in that story. And I think that this is a great resource for anybody that has any questions on what this is or how it's, how it came to be and all of that. So I think if you have an interest in that, you can get that in the back office or and share it with whoever you want based on the timeline of what Dr. Copeland was talking about. I think that a story is actually one of the most compelling things about any kind of a business or a product and how that happened. And, I think if the more that you plug into learning about Adapt and ARA and our business, you'll get very comfortable in sharing that story and sharing the story about how this product has really changed your life. And, when he was talking about how he sort of micronized this technology, there's nothing like it out there. I mean, there's nothing like it out there in the world. That's very, very exciting. That is called an opportunity. So you can see here that there's the technical stuff on the technology, but really it's just a proprietary technology that nobody else has. And that's incredible. We have the 6 utility patents, the research documents, the Yale protocol, and it's the only serotonin modulation spray in the world. That's a big deal. The other thing that I will say to you is that I always say to people, you know what, just try it. Try it. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? Nothing. So, just give it a try. And so most people will do that. If they know you, they like you, they trust you, they're going to do that. So the way this works is on the Adapt, You know, it's exclusive, as we said, it's very affordable. I always tell people you definitely want to do the 55 on the monthly purchase because, you know, why not get it for the lowest cost? Take the 2 months, see how it works, track your results. And then if you don't like it or it didn't work or whatever, you have a 60-day money back guarantee. So why not, right? And that's the best way to help people to really be consistent, right? And to stay with it. So, and you also want to hear their testimonial. We do a testimonial call every Tuesday, and it's very important to share those stories. The Aura, same thing. You've got an exclusive product. And again, why not give it a try? You know, track your results, take your picture, see what happens in 30 days and in 60 days. And if you don't feel a difference and see a difference, then what did you have to lose? Nothing. I would say to you that probably within the first day, you're going to start feeling your skin feel softer and tighter and better. So the testimonials are super, super important. And you definitely want to, you know, really give it a good shot. So we talked a little bit about the leadership. I told you about Adam and Kevin and Jim, Brian over here. These guys came together. They're all really, really experienced, over 80 years in this industry, over $1 billion in sales. $1 billion in sales is a lot. I think it's probably more than that. They've helped over 100 people become $1 million earners. That's probably even more than that. And, you know, when you have a team like that that has been in the field, I think that's the most important thing, because they know what you go through in any sales force. It doesn't matter what company you're at. When you have ownership that's actually been in the same seat that you have, they know what you're going through and they've gone there before. So they're with you all the way. And I think that's super important when you're doing a business. Gratitude is a big deal. I've been doing gratitudes for the last 8 years. I was introduced to it in the other company. I had gone to a seminar of Sean Aker, and he actually did a 21-day gratitude challenge. And it was one of the best things I ever did. And it was just do your 3 gratitudes a day. And really and truthfully, the fact that, this is part of the culture at Argo is a wonderful thing for me, because I am a big proponent of just, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you think, oh, it's not going to be that great of a day. But then you do your 3 gratitudes and you're sort of like, I'm super grateful. I mean, it's going to be a great day today. And so founding principle, we are in this together, building this company together. And if we forget to be grateful for each other, that's where the problems begin. So the whole idea is to just stay grateful, be grateful, and do your gratitudes, because all of these things, they have done studies in science, and all of these things come out of gratitude if you practice gratitude. And you know what? It's easy to do, because sometimes I'm grateful for my cup of coffee in the morning, right? And so, anyway, I think that's a really great thing to have as part of our happiness and this company, and just remembering that. This is a really cool tool. It's the Argo Life app that you can put on your phone, and you can utilize it for a gratitude journal. You can put groups there. You can put your team there. You can track your products, your progress with your products. You can track your business progress. You can help somebody who's just maybe trying the product track their results. And it's a really kind of fun thing to connect with people. So this is just a tool that you've been given when you become a marketing partner. And so, I think it's great that this company is giving us those tools. Now let's talk about how to make some money. So in business, right, you definitely want to be working with a product that you're proud of. You want to be working with a company that you feel has your best interests in heart and is supporting you along the way. So the goal that Argo Life has, and I don't think it's a goal, I think it's what they do, I think they've achieved that, is that they really are changing the game. They're changing the way the compensation is. They're changing the way that they do business. They want people to win, okay? So it's not anymore, I know that there's been a lot of talk about multi-level marketing in over the years, and people say, oh, only people at the top make money, or only a few make money and no one else makes money. The way I look at it is anybody here can make money as long as you're willing to work a business, okay? And in working a business, most businesses, take about 5 years to become successful. Okay. I owned on the side, it wasn't really a side gig, but it was kind of a side gig. I owned a clothing store. I opened a clothing store because my daughter went to fashion school, and I thought it would be something that I could open, and then she would kind of take over. And, you know, it took us literally the first year we didn't do any business. Basically, we were brand new. Nobody knew us. And by 5 years, you know, we were voted best boutique in our little town. But I'll tell you what, it was not easy. I mean, it was hard work, and we did work on it, but it was a side business for me because I was running the talent show. So my talent office. So I would come home from work, and I would do inventories and different things, and my daughter would work the store during the day. But it was you know, hours of work, and yes, it became successful. But that's business. That's what happens. So the great thing about owning your own business is you can work it any way that you want. You get to work it if you want to work every day on your business, or you want to work a couple days on your business. That's your business. You can do what you want. But what Argo has designed is they've designed a comp plan to really do whatever it is you want to do. So the minute you sell any kind of a product here, you get paid that day. That's a differential, I think, in any business. I know that, you know, I paid employees every 2 weeks on commission, and my husband's a mortgage lender, and he gets paid on commission every 2 weeks. So he could close a deal tomorrow, and he's not going to get paid until the first of the month. Okay. Here, when you sell something, you get paid that day. Okay. And there's a true 50% paying to the marketing partners. There's 10 level pay with no leg requirements. And you only need your qualifying volume of your $50, which is a bottle of Adapt. Infinite width and depth, car, cash, monthly lifestyle bonuses, share in the company global bonus pools. That's when it gets pretty serious compensation, and vacations and incentives. So all of those things you find in all companies. I know my husband right now is running for President's Club in his mortgage company, and he has to do so many units, you know, in the year, and so much dollar volume. So there's a two-tiered thing for him to be in that club. And the path to 500. Now, to me, if somebody wants to make some money and you have a path to making $500, that's kind of fun. I mean, you could talk to anybody and say, hey, are you interested in making $500? They're pretty much, if they can make even probably $100, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep trying to achieve that. And so what they've devised here is the active, the passive, and the wealth money. So there's 3 buckets. So you can see here that the active is your daily pay. And this to me is really exciting. And what happens is when I sell something, I get my commission, my sponsor gets some commission, and my sponsor gets commission. Why I think that's super important is because now we have 2 people in the game to help me do better. They're invested in me. They want me to do better. They want me to do well because they want to do well. And if they make me do well, they're going to do well. That's just the way it goes. Okay. So the way it works is on a first order bonus. You know, I get my commission. I'm number 1 level. The number 2 level is my sponsor. They get the 10%, and the number 3 is their sponsor. So that's the way it works on the first order bonus. So why wouldn't they want to help me? And the way they can help me is they can help me with tools. They can help me on 3-way calls. They can help me by being supportive and helping me to, you know, stay in the game and all of those things. So it's really important to have a sponsor who wants to be part of the mission, right? Part of helping your success. The passive is earning on the first 100 points of your team, 10 levels deep with only 50 personal volume. That's an Adapt, and no leg requirements. That's a unilevel. I've never seen that in the industry where there's not sort of like a requirement to get paid. You know, the requirement here is, yeah, you want to have the product yourself, or a customer can have the product. And if you bring in a great person who really wants to build this, you're going to make money on their downline because you introduced a great person to this company. That's really, really cool. I love that. And that's to infinity and beyond, right? You introduce the company, and as long as you're here, that person sticks with you. You are helping them, and it could be just one person. A lot of people don't necessarily want to build a business, but they might know 1 or 2 people that do. And if that's the case, you're going to make money for that referral. And that's the way it looks. Okay. So on all of that 10 level, level, you're going to make these different percentages. That's pretty cool. And if you know one or two people that might want to build a business, why not reach out to them and say, you know what? Hey, I think I might have something that's right for you. And then the wealth part is earning on every purchase, 10 levels dynamically compressed by ranks. So as you build the company, let's say you decide you want to build your company, you have the ability to go up in rank like in any company. You know, you start off maybe being a floater, then you become an assistant, then you become, you know, maybe a manager or a director or whatever. And then all of a sudden you're at a point where you're making sort of percentages on, you know, the volume that comes in at a company. That happens in a lot of companies. Well, it happens here too. So if you decide you want to be serious about this business, there is an opportunity for you to make a lot of money based on what the company does and your contribution to that company and other people's contribution. So that is pretty exciting, that on two of the ways you make money in this company, you make it based on your own sales of the product and maybe by one or two people that you've brought in that maybe want to be serious about the company as you build the unilevel. And the next component is becoming core. And all that means is that you've done a few things to be able to get into that bracket where you can start making some serious money. So what's the path to $500? You build with the enrollment kit. We have 4 of them. The executive kit is our kit with 2 adapts and your registration. So when you think about packs or when you invest in a company, you invest in a company based on, okay, what do I need? Well, you get a website, which is your entire business online, your back office, how you get paid, everything, and all of the tools. You get that in your one-time registration fee, which is $50. The other 110 in that executive kit is product, and that's 2 bottles of Adapt. And that's the way our kits work. So in the executive kit, you get 2 bottles of Adapt. In the partner kit, you get a bottle of Adapt and a bottle of Ara. In the executive plus, do you see what I'm saying? So the idea here is how much product do you want and how do you want to start? But no matter what, we can help you make $500. Doesn't matter where you start, because what you do is the most important thing. So how do you help people become core? That's the idea. You become core and then you duplicate that process, and that's where the magic happens, okay? And that's where the wealth income happens. So it's very simple. The first thing you do is you activate, you personally enroll 3 separate customers of any kind. Doesn't matter what they order, you get 3 customers. It's a one-time activation. So you do it once, that's it, but you get your 3 customers. Now, do you want to stop at 3 customers? No, you want to get as many customers as you can. You want to take care of those customers and you want to keep building on those customers, because remember, in this comp plan, you're not being paid, you're being paid on volume, but you're also being paid every time you sell a product. So even your customers, when they come back the next month, not only are you getting the volume, but you're also getting commission of that product, okay? That's a big differential in a lot of comp plans. Then the next thing you want to do is team up. You want to go get some marketing partners. Remember I said 1 or 2? Well, in order to get core, you want to get 3 marketing partners at least to qualify, right? To get into that qualification core, you want to get 3 marketing partners. And the next thing you want to do is you want to help them just duplicate what you did, get their customers. And that's where it comes in, where you help the person that you sponsored. So that's it, really. That's the climb cycle. That's what you do to make this comp plan work for you and maximize the comp plan so that you can not only do it yourself, but help people to do that. If you do that, if you activate, you team up, and you core qualify by doing those 3 steps, not only do you make the commission, but you get a $100 bonus for doing that, okay? So, you know, you can do the math based on the different products on how that works. Once you get core times 3, you've earned $500 plus, okay? Depending upon how many products and what people are doing. This is a very simple system to duplicate. And so when people get involved in a business, the number one thing you want them to do when they get involved is you want to explain to them why it's important that they get their 3 customers. If they're really interested in doing a business, you want to make sure they have all the facts. If they're not that interested in doing a business, just let them be a customer and let them be happy with the product. And if they decide later on they want to be, a business partner, the most important thing about business partners is that they know what they're getting themselves into, that they understand that if they do this over here, this is what's going to happen. And we have a path for them to have success. And that's something that is really, really cool. Okay. So core team benefits are amazing, right? You earn on every sale in your organization. You can qualify for the global sales overrides. You earn the lifestyle car cash, and you dynamically compress pay over $100 in the business centers. That's the wealth income, and that's really for people that want to build a massive team, or they want to build a team. This is the kind of compensation that they're looking at. So you can see there as an Argo Core member in the very front here, you're getting paid on the 10 levels, right? That's your unit level. But when you get to this regional director, which is 5,000 in volume, and I will tell you that as you build your team, so it's you got your 3 customers, you got your 3 marketing partners, and you help them get their 3 customers, they're going to want to go out and get their 3 marketing partners, right? And you can see that very quickly that momentum will get you to that 5,000 very quickly. So not only are you making all the compensation in terms of your unit level and you're making your daily pay, but now you're starting to make the lifestyle bonuses. And that adds up very quickly, you guys. It's pretty exciting, okay? And that's why you want to make sure that you're helping when you're sponsoring somebody into the business, that you're really helping them to understand why it's important they go out there and share this product. Of course, timing is really everything, and I cannot talk enough about where we sit today. 8 or 9 years ago when I got started in the first network marketing company I ever did, we were coming out of the recession, and it was a big hardship to my family. I worked in the entertainment industry and it closed down. My husband was in the mortgage industry. That was pretty much closed down, and we really felt it. I mean, we were very, we didn't go out anymore. We watched TV every night at home. I mean, kind of like this pandemic, we just didn't do anything, and it was pretty bleak for a long time. And when the network marketing came into our life, we started having fun. We started seeing our friends, we started talking a lot, we started having just like wine parties and stuff. And I know that's not going to happen so quick, so soon right now, but getting on Zoom with friends and really sharing stories and being able to say, hey, it's been hard for everybody, but we might have something that could make you a little money on the side, and start dreaming again about traveling and doing some fun things in your life. That's what's fun. It's fun to reconnect with your friends and say, hey, I might have something. So the wellness industry is one of the fastest growing in the economy, and more as we know, because we're going through this pandemic, that being healthy and really looking at our bodies and being very vigilant on what we put in our bodies and how we treat our bodies is really important. And when you have a product that's exclusive, that helps people with a number of issues that we say on here a few issues, but I will tell you, if you get on the testimonial call, you're going to hear about things that you're like, wow, that's crazy. And no one says this is curing anything, but what we are saying is that we're building up our bodies to be at their ultimate, at the best that they can be, right? So your immune system and all of those things play a big part, your gut health, all of that. So it's very, very important to make sure that you pay attention, right? So exclusive valuable products, no competition. So we're exclusive, and that's a huge barrier of entry in any business. We've been around for 2 years, and although that seems like a very short time, a lot has been done at this company in terms of the website, the leadership, the tools, and of course the product. The product alone is just incredible. The leadership and the compensation, I feel is like one of the most aggressive and completely, I don't know, from a well-rounded compensation plan that everybody can achieve something here, right? And the system to earn $500, that simple system. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. This is something that I think people really appreciate, that yes, it's your own business, but you're surrounded by people that want to help you and that want to guide you and want to be part of helping you succeed. And I think that's one of the most incredible parts of a company and a business like this, because when I had my talent agency, I was alone on an island. There wasn't anybody that was going to help me. I mean, I couldn't call other agencies and say, hey, you know, I need a little help over here. Can you give me some advice? Nobody was there but me. So to be able to have people around you that have more experience than you, or maybe able to help you in a situation, that means a lot. So if not now, when, right? So before we go tonight, I just wanted to share with you that right now on the auto ship, there is a little nice little discount that you can get. I love this product. So I already get 2 bottles a month, and I have one in my purse and one at my bathroom, and I absolutely love this product. So right now on an auto ship, you can save $25 a month by getting 2 bottles of this. And I would say to you that if you do this, you'll end up sharing this with people. Sometimes I'm playing tennis and I pull out my spray and I spray my face, and people are like, what is that? And I go, oh, it's my refresher. It just heals my skin. And I just spray it on their face, and they're like, oh, that's so nice, you know? So it's great. I love it. The other things that I will tell you is today was a special day to have this opportunity call, but every single week we have testimonial calls on Tuesday, and on Thursday we have this opportunity Zoom like we're doing right now. And then on June 29th is our corporate update call at 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern time, and that's once a month. So if you are calendaring, plugging into things, the last Monday of every month is our corporate update call, and that's where you learn a lot of things about what's going on at the home office and with our company and all of that. In the meantime, you can plug in every Tuesday and Thursday and the opportunity, this opportunity Zoom is really a great place to bring people that might want to learn a little bit about the company. But for your customers, you want to get them on the testimonial call so they can start hearing from other people, because it is just incredibly enlightening, really. Every single time I think to myself, wow, I cannot believe, you know, how amazing people are feeling and how great they are doing on this product. And it's very different from, you know, anything out there where, you know, they're sharing different stories. And I know for myself, this product has helped me with sleep. It's helped me with my gut health. It's helped me with allergies. There's a long list, but I've been on it for 2 years. So I've really tracked my results and the differences and the changes. And funny thing is that, you know, if you go away and you don't use it for a couple of days, and you forgot it, which has happened to me, you feel it. It's very strange, but you feel it. So I just appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. I recorded this, so I will be sharing it for anybody that needs it. And I'm super happy to have met you and seen the familiar people that are on here. And I hope you have an amazing Sunday night. So thank you so much.